So on GJ last week we said price is going to potentially, right, if we are going to start, let's just do a recap. You get that we are going to push all the way from this zone, right? Because this was where price closed at for the upper week. So we're saying price is going to push all the way up and we'll look for a lower high zone to sell. So what we'll be looking for is we're looking for lower high zones for we to continue riding the trend. You get, so is this potentially, this might be a lower high zone or we might go higher. Now there was something I missed on my analysis while I was making analysis. And what I missed was that on the daily time frame we made this inverted head and shoulder. So inverted head and shoulder is basically telling us that okay, price is going to use the zone as a higher low zone. You get, so it's because overall we are bullish on the weekly time frame. You get, so as you can see, this was the left shoulder, this was the head, this was the right shoulder. So that was the thing I missed on my analysis, and I was looking for, I kid you not, I was looking for lower high zones throughout last week. I think I lost 2 positions. Yeah, I had two different entries and I lost them because I was looking for lower high zone, and price has already made this reversal pattern. See, this left shoulder, like I said, head and right shoulder, so which is already telling us okay, from this zone, right, potentially this zone is price going to use this zone as a higher low zone for me to push all the way up. Yeah, so I missed that. So yeah, that's my bad. And that was by the way though. We're going to start for this week outlook. We're going to start from the weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, like we said, this zone is a higher low zone, so higher low zone potentially, and now we are at the high. From this high now, there's nothing we can do. You just have to wait for price to tell us, okay, to give us a sign. Either he's going to break above to make a new higher high, or we are still going to respect this high and reject of this high. You get, so that's what we are waiting for. So we've made higher low, now we are at a high, right? But I potentially see price going all the way up to make a new higher high. Now if you go to the daily time frame, on the daily time frame we see how, just like we said on the weekly time frame, we are still at a high. So there's nothing you can do right now. We are still at this high. So this is a resistance, not say high, a daily high, weekly high. So there are so many things that could happen from here. From this one, we might push all the way. From this one, we might reject any of those. You get? So just have to wait for price to give us a signal. If you are going to reject of this one, right, we drop. What we'll do is look for a zone that price is going to lose as a higher low zone. And from the higher low zone, we enter longs, right? They're getting this same high or even higher. On the lower time frame, if you go to lower time frame, which is the 4 hour time frame. If we're gonna go for the 4 hour time frame, we see how price is still at this high. You get, so there's nothing, really nothing we can do at this high. I won't say sell, I won't say buy, because it's not this price. You can't do anything right now. You just have to chill and wait for price to give you a signal. I'm not even going to say you should sell at this zone now, because overall we are bullish, and potentially from this zone, the way price push all the way up, like this bull run here was very, very aggressive. So you selling at this zone is like very, very risky. But yeah, potentially we can also see price drop from this zone too. But you see how we push all the way up. This was the aggressive buys, right? Or aggressive bullish movement. So now for this zone, there are 2 or 3 things. There are basically 2 things that could happen potentially from this zone. From this zone, we could see price just start rejecting. Let me go to the 2 hour time frame now. I feel low key maybe we might start rejecting. Why? Because we are starting to get bearish candle. You get, so as if you look at this, you see that all this was just bullish candle. So now we are starting to get bearish candle at a high. You get, so this is looking like okay, we are going to drop from here. So what I will do is I'll wait for price to drop. However low it wants to drop, we'll just wait for a new higher low zone. Price could drop all the way down to this support, right? This resistance which price might then use as a support, that could happen. I'm not saying that's the zone price going to drop all the way down to, but price could do anything it wants to do. All we just have to wait for is a higher low zone. All you just have to wait for is for price to give you a double bottom, an inverted head and shoulder, or for price to give you a switch of structure. Now that is if we drop right from this zone. If we drop, you just wait for a double bottom, something like a double bottom, then price continue, or price make you a head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, sorry, maybe something like this. We draw, boom, 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 then we continue. Yeah, I'm not saying this zone is the zone that price is going to make that thing. I'm just using this zone as a zone, as an example, sorry, because we could go lower. It could happen down here, below here. It could be here, it could be here, it could be any of the zone. But I'm just giving you what you should wait for, what you should look for. You get any of these things. Once you get it, then you should enter longs. Either of those. If you get any of those, then yeah, from that zone price, that's price just basically telling you that okay, I want to use this zone as a new higher low zone. So what you do is buy from that zone and target the high or a new higher high. You get what I'm trying to say? Or then potentially the second thing that we could see price do is from this zone here, we could just continue bullish. Now, since we are moving from levels to levels, you see the way we move from one level to one level, one level to one level. Now, what do I mean by levels to levels? This here was 210 around this zone here was 210, as you can see. Boom. So this was 210. This 210 here. This is 212.500, which is a quarterly zone, and this is 215. So 210, 212.500, 215. Now, since we are moving from zones to zones in this aggressive bullish trend, right? You see our price push from this zone, we go all the way up to 212.500. From 212.500, potentially we could see price continue this bullish move and we push all the way up to 215. You get, because I see price going all the way up to 215 potentially. So price could do any of that, any of those. We could just see price continue the bullish trend. We open on Monday, I'll see price continue bullish. And if we continue the bullish trend, there's still nothing you can do. Just chill, bro. There's nothing you can do at that point. We are already at highs. You get, so if you are going to buy, you shouldn't buy at a high, you should buy at a low. You get what I'm trying to say? If you are going to buy, you shouldn't buy when price is high. You should buy when price is low. That's why I said you should wait for a retracement. So now, if you push all the way up, right, however high we want to go, you still wait for price to drop, for the price to drop, right, so that you buy at a low or a higher low. And I've already told you those things you look out for, that price is going to make, that signify that price wants to use a particular zone as a higher low zone. You get, so you shouldn't buy at a high. You shouldn't buy even though price wants to go up from here to 215. You shouldn't buy because this is already a high. You shouldn't buy at a high. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be patient on this. Just like I said, if you push however high you want to push, however high you want to go, maybe push all the way out, break this daily highs that we had, all you do is still wait for price to drop to make you a higher low. Now I'm still going to make videos within a week on GJ, specifically on GJ, so that I can give an update on price, you get, or what price is doing. Like I said, for now you can't do nothing, really can't do nothing, you just have to chill. So yeah, that's it on GJ. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.